Hey y'all, it's Anime Kim, and today I'm going to be reading the 4th episode of Boogiepop and Others, and I'll just keep this relatively simple because this was pretty much a relatively straightforward episode in comparison to the first right now. While this episode doesn't really give us the perspective of any of our main protagonists, at least from the looks of it, I don't read the novels this is based off of, so I have no idea what's going to happen. But I like how it did a change of pace and it focused on Asuki, which is this teacher that essentially talks through people about their problems, and then he says something that he feels can help him out whenever he can help him out, whether he can think of something to say. And for the most part, it also did a decent job of introducing him as a decent fellow, and then as it progressed, and he started seeing some shit go down, like he saw a situation where one of his students, former students that was getting good grades, she fell into a state where she kind of was selling drugs for like these likely upper drug dealers and all that. And then the moment she ended up in a situation where she was possessed by this thing called an imaginator, and then this individual killed herself. And then he started to see this girl, and then he started to see like a different rose shape. And when she noticed like this chick was smiling, was kind of happy when she died because her body was gonna die anyway because of drugs. I kind of felt that was a good way to develop Asuki's character development. Something traumatic that will change him, but this time for the worse, because afterwards looks like he's going to do some devious shit. So, for the most part, I did a good job of introducing Asuki as like an upstanding individual, because this imaginator was telling him that he's got this kind of destiny where it looks like he's murdering people, and at the start he resisted it, but then near the end he feels like he's going to start to accept it. And I like how the camera kind of panned away when it showed he was going to do something to like this boy, because he froze these two boys that were trying to like harm this boy and girl. And then this other boy, something mysteriously happens to him. So that's gonna lead to some interesting shit to see what Asuki actually did. So for the most part, I think the character they introduced this episode was pretty interesting. So from a character standpoint, it was pretty decent. From a story standpoint, while a few moments here were kind of slow, it wasn't really that boring for a few instances. Most of it was entertaining for the most part. And you see what the Imaginator was pretty nice. And aside from that, from the other departments like the sound was pleasant for the most part. Honestly, that's the only thing in the show that's above average. It's been above average every episode. I always like listening to the opening themes. Only thing is I don't listen to the live reactions to make the videos shorter, because I already reacted to it once. Then aside from that, the animation is like the only thing that's kind of weak, because there are times where frames are skipping, but for the most part the art gets the job done. And I kind of did get a chuckle when there was a scene where the Asuki's kind of did look like Light Yagami from Death Note when he was smiling. I was like, wait, is that Light? So there was some entertaining content this episode, for sure. And I'd say, taking all these factors into consideration, I'm going to rate it a 5 out of 10. It's an average episode. We didn't get to see our main cast, but at the same time, this episode wasn't really that bad either. It was relatively okay, for the most part. And at least it's got me interested in seeing more episodes. So anyways, guys and gals, these are my thoughts on the episode. Comment out your thoughts on the episode below in the comment section. Rate the video, subscribe if you want to see more reviews and reactions, and I'll see you guys later. Subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, guys and gals. Bye-bye.